our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode. And in this one, we will sim the rest of the season. If we make the playoffs, we'll probably sim the first round as well, which I am pretty damn excited for. So we are just about at the deadline. We have a 34, 26, and 2 record, which is good for fourth in our division right now. Obviously, though, last year we went from third to last in the division in about 3 weeks. So hopefully we can improve on that. Realistically, we could finish anywhere in our division right now. We are 6 points away from first, and we're 2 points away from seventh. I mean, it's not last. I don't see us falling in last place in the division again, but anything can happen. Crazier things have happened. Vegas made the Stanley Cup final in their first year, so anything can happen. um, yeah, well, I guess we'll get right into it. Currently, Elias Pettersson is leading the way in points. He's got 66 and 62, so he's not doing too bad by any means. Besser as well, not too far behind him with 58 and 62. And Tyson Barrie, arguably the dark horse of this team, with 54 points currently as his first season with a Canuck. He's playing very, very well. Obviously, nice to see him do very strong for us. I don't know. I really like to see he is doing so good. Now, one thing we need to look at, we need to extend Pettersson. We need to extend Hughes, and I think we're going to have to extend Thatcher Demko as well. Obviously, he's now an 85 overall. If you didn't see the last episode, he grew 4 overall in the offseason and has grown 1 so far. Oh my god. Okay, we'll get to Pettersson in a second, but has also grown 1 overall so far throughout this season. All right, Elias Pettersson, 4 years at $9 million. I was really hoping I'd be able to lock him up for 8. Please don't be like $10 million. Oh no. Oh, it's $12 million. It's way worse than than $10 million. Well, I'm not doing that. Okay, let's bump it down a little bit. Uh, can we try a 5-year deal at $9 million, Pettersson, please? Jesus Christ, that's terrifying. I pray to God Quinn Hughes doesn't want that much. He is obviously only an 84. Okay, that's not too bad. You know what? I'm gonna give him $5 million for 8 years. That's a very friendly contract. Obviously, he hasn't broke out to be our number one defenseman. Although hopefully he does. If not this season, or if not the rest of the season, next season. But that's a good contract extension. Let's just go to all expiring really quickly. Just see Edler. I will look at now, but I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna worry about his extension. He wants a lot of money. He wants 4.3, no matter how many years we sign him for. That's tough. That's really tough. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Berchi, who I would like to bring back as well, he wants a decent amount of money as well. As for Brassard, he doesn't want an extension. I didn't really plan on bringing him back, to be fair. Oh, yeah, he's asking for way too much money anyways. Okay, you know what? Berchi is a player I actually do want to bring back. So I think I'm going to try and lower it a little bit to like 2.7 for 2 years. I don't think that's too bad for an 82, considering what he could be asking for. Virtanen, out of curiosity, he'll want a bit of a raise. I'm not going to look at this too much, so we'll wait till the off season to come because I really don't think we do need to worry about it too much. As for Demko, how much money does he want? 4 for 1 year, and you know what? That honestly doesn't seem like a bad contract. Kind of like a year for him to prove himself, because obviously this season he is not doing good. He has a 897 save percentage, which is just unacceptable if he wants to be the starter for the franchise in the future. So really something has to happen there. As for Markstrom, I didn't plan on bringing Markstrom back. Yeah, out of curiosity though. I mean, he's doing better than Demko. Obviously, not great stats either, but I don't know what to do. I think I will sign Demko to the 1-year deal. Yeah, no, I'm not giving him that kind of money yet. Not until he proves that he can be a decent goalie for us. So let's give Demko 4 for 1, and there we go. We just sent out probably what? 5, 9, 4, 13. Wait, what is that? 5 and 9, that's 14. Then 4. Um, yeah, so we just sent out about 20-ish, about 20 of our 34 million in extension dollars. So we really don't have a lot of cap space come next season, which is kind of sad, kind of saddening. But what can you do about it, I guess? So that's it, really. I guess we'll take a look at the team really quickly. We'll get through the rest of the season. Here's what it's looking like right now. I think it's a pretty good top six. I think it is a really good forward core, in all fairness. And the defense as well, I think, is pretty damn strong. Yeah, like, honestly, you think about it, honestly, Edler could be replaced by Stetcher. It wouldn't be, obviously, Stetcher isn't as good as Edler, but we could realistically replace him. Plus, we'd be saving, like 4 million. Well, we also have to re-sign Stetcher, of course. I forgot about that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet this off season. We're gonna wait for the time to come. I'm really not too worried about it just yet. We aren't gonna make a trade here at the deadline. I don't think we need to make a trade. I mean, we could trade Markstrom away, because I really don't intend on bringing him back. I mean, that's not a bad shout, really. Huh. I never even thought about that till now. Now I'm really thinking, out of curiosity, let's see what people want from Markstrom. Just since, it's a new feature, we might as well try it out. Find trade for Jacob Markstrom. We will see if there's anything really out there that is enticing to us. And Markstrom, no trades found for Markstrom. Well, that's upsetting. For Demko, out of curiosity, no. Maybe it's too close to the deadline. Maybe I should have done it 3 weeks ago or something. I mean, I know I could trade him. It's just, do I really want to? Obviously, he's playing as our backup right now, although he is the arguably better goaltender. But out of curiosity, are there any teams that want him? Calgary wants him, which makes sense. Chicago wants him, which, does that make sense? Do they still have Lehner? Oh, no, wow, they're really struggling for the goaltenders as well. They lost Crawford and Lehner. Columbus, that makes sense. Again, they need a goalie. Korpisalo is a good backup. They only have 3 goalies signed. What the hell? Honestly, Columbus may not be a bad shout. Edmonton, no, they're doing good. Florida doesn't need one. LA, no. Nashville's not doing too hot. New Jersey, do they need a goalie? Schneider's still their, quote, starter. He's got 2 years left. I don't know, that would be an expensive tandem, because they'd have to re-sign Markstrom for probably 5 or so million. I don't know if they would be willing to do that. Varlamov's still the starter in New York, but not great, obviously. What about Ottawa? Ottawa has Darcy Kemper actually now. That's their starter. They're paying him a lot of money, though, to be the starter. Wow. Philadelphia is good this year. So is Pittsburgh. Both Pennsylvania teams playing out of their minds. Okay. Tampa not playing out of their minds, surprisingly enough. Man, I really don't know. Calgary is an option. What are their goalies right now? Rittich, Halak, and Grice. They don't need... I mean, obviously they need a starting goaltender, but realistically they do not need a goalie. I don't know. Wait, which one? Is there any that are on a 2-year deal? No, they all expire this year, too. Good luck with that, Calgary. You know what? What about Carolina? Carolina doesn't want them. They have Mrazek, and they've got Reimers. Realistically, they don't need them. You know what? I think, Columbus. Columbus is doing really well. What are the odds I can get a first rounder for Jacob Markstrom? I most definitely could. What is our current draft situation this year? We've got our first, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. So we just don't have our seconds. this year or next year. We could get a first and probably a third with it. Oh man, I don't know if I want to trade Markstrom. I really don't. He's got a 908. He's playing as our backup. He's really not doing awful. He's not doing great, but he's not doing awful. Oh man. You know what? No, I'm not gonna trade him. I'm gonna keep Markstrom. No, we're gonna keep Markstrom for now. I think the better idea is to keep Markstrom for this season. I think he'll be able to help us more than bringing in any other backup goalie. So I currently have goalie rotations off, so that's why I'm just simming 2 weeks. San Jose acquired Nolan Foote and Alex Killorn for Artem Anisimov. Interesting trade. There goes Tampa trading away future players for old players. Quinn Hughes accepted our contract extension. So did Elias Pettersson. So did Sven Berchi. And so did Thatcher Demko. Well, that's nice. Connor Ingram for Jimmy Vesey. No, thank you. So we sim past the deadline. We're just gonna sim a little bit because we've got back-to-backs to simulate through. Because I don't have, or like I said, I don't have goalie rotations on right now, and I need to make sure that both goalies are playing a decent amount. We are still currently fourth in the division. Luckily enough for how our division has been playing the past few years, our division has been so good that that everybody is in close contention to a playoff spot. So it at least makes it interesting. But also, well, that's a loss to Chicago. But also, we have both wildcard spots in our division, fortunately enough. And again, we are now down to fifth. So we really got to win some games here, guys. If we don't win some games here, we won't be making the playoffs again. And I'm not 100% sure, but I will go take a look at Edler, just because I know Edler for sure. When was the last time they made the playoffs? I want to say it was 2013, 2015. So last time the Canucks made the playoffs was 2015. It's almost been 5 seasons. Maybe we can change that. Last time they made it out of the first round, that was the year they went on the run to the Stanley Cup final. Unfortunately, lost to Boston at the time. That's when I was big into like playing hockey games, and I was quite young. I guess 9 years ago I would have been 10. I would have been 9 or 10 years old. It depended on the time of year, but yeah, I was a big Canucks fan, and I was really upset that they lost in Game 7. I didn't riot in the streets, but I was very upset. We're still fifth in the division. We also just got our 40th win. Demko's up to an 86 now. You know what? If he keeps growing, he's got to be bound to do something right? Like, he's got to be bound to do good. Markstrom has lost both back-to-backs that we've simmed in this episode. That's not what you like to see, guys. You'd really hope for better than that. His Demko's went up, Markstrom's went down, funnily enough. So they're basically even right now. On the whole save percentage front. Oh, man. Oh, I hope Demko's better than this when he grows. I really do. Oh, man. Okay, let's sim another few games. We've got 2 more back-to-backs this season. We might be able to hit 45 wins. It was almost possible for us to break 50 there. We are still 5th in division with 1 win. We'll be in 3rd. Come on, man. I want to clinch so bad. Honestly, I'm surprised the Oilers haven't clinched already. They are basically confirmed in. And actually, St. Louis has 5 games left. Unless they win all 5 games, and we don't get a single point, we should be good to make the playoffs as well, as long as the Coyotes don't pass us. Oh God, never mind. This is a much closer race than I was expecting. I was really hoping we'd just be clear to make it into the playoffs this year, but clearly that is not going to happen. Markstrom, let's get a win here in this back-to-back, please. If you win, I'll start your next game. 8-2 loss. Oh my god. Oh, the Oilers just shit on us. Oh my god, that was awful. That was awful. That was absolutely awful. I mean, he definitely got swapped out there, but that was horrendous, bro. What the fuck? God damn it. Alright, moving on. We will sim to the next back-to-back. My lord. We play Arizona in the last game of the season, and Arizona might be a team that we have to beat here. But if we get points here, we should be able to clinch a spot, but it's not looking too good as of right now. Let's see. Okay, so we are currently 4th. So the Wild and the Jets should be in it. The Blues, though, they have 2 games left, and they can only get 90 points. We're good. We're good as long as we beat the Coyotes in this game that we play them. And since Markstrom has been 0 for 3 in the second half of the back-to-backs, we're going to start him this time. And we're going to have Demko in the back-to-back against Arizona, hopefully to do better than what Markstrom has been doing against Dallas. Can we get a point from them? We can. Okay, that's huge. That's a huge, huge point. Oh, the Coyotes are 1 point behind us. Whoever wins this game makes the playoffs. Unless, in regulation at least, whoever wins this game, if it's in regulation, they will make the playoffs. If it goes to extra time, it goes to tiebreaker, which I am not sure what our tiebreaker situation is looking like. I'll take a look at it after. We will give Thatcher Demko the start against Arizona, and since it's such an important game, literally coming down to the last game of the season, let's slow sim it. Alright, first period of game 82, 0-0 after 1. We're getting outshot 12-8. The second period now, Arizona is up 1-0. Oh, Jacob Chychrun. We'll slow sim the third. Oh god, we need to win. If we don't win, we aren't making the playoffs. Or at least tie the game and get an extra point, because we might be able to make it through tiebreaker. Thank you, Adam Gaudette. You animal, you animal. Thank the Lord. Oh no, power play for Arizona. Oh god. Oh please, 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 please. Alright, we're going to the extra frame, which means there's still a chance that no matter what, we can make the playoffs. But if we win, we 100% will make the playoffs here. The overtime frame, it's obviously 3-on-3, not a lot of time. Oh, we're going to a shootout. Oh no. Oh yes, Bo Horvat. Bo Horvat, thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was the most stressful game I've ever been a part of. Thatcher Demko with 39 saves. Coming up huge for the Canucks to push them into the playoffs. Oh, honestly, I feel bad for Arizona. I feel really bad for Arizona. Hey, say 2 years from now, Seattle's in the league, Arizona's in the Central Division. They would have made the playoffs. They would have been second in their division. Poor the Coyotes, man. 94 points and they miss out on the playoffs. That's the unfortunate part about having a very competitive division. But it's okay, guys. Your Vancouver Canucks have made the playoffs for the first time in this sim and for the first time in 6 seasons. There we go. Let's take a look at the playoff tree. Let's take a look at points. It took way longer to get here than I expected, but I'm still going to do the first round since I told you guys I would if we made the playoffs. Brock Besser with 40 goals. First time in his career he's passed 30, so 40, that's not bad. There we go. There we go. That's Besser's breakout season so far. He didn't grow in overall, still an 86, but hopefully he will throughout the postseason or even the offseason. Pedersen, 89 points, led our team. Not too bad. That's a career high for him as well. First time he broke 70, so that's pretty good. All right. Tyson Barrie with 69 points. Nice. One shy of the 70 mark. He played phenomenally. He really did. Definitely had arguably the best career of his, or the best season of his career. You could probably argue the 57 point and 68 game in 18 or in 17-18. But to be fair, this year he was a plus. So a really, really good season from Tyson Barrie. That's a huge acquisition we made, and obviously he's on a pretty friendly contract, 6.3 for 4 years. It brings him up to the age of 33. I think that's a pretty good contract still. Bo Horvat did not have near as good of a season as he did last year. Obviously not, but he still did pretty well. I think we just need to find the one or two of the right wingers for Bo Horvat, and that'll really help him out. Obviously, he was playing with Michael Furland, who put up 49 points. Brassard almost put up 50 points on our third line. Kreider was the other winger for Horvat with 42. Berchi had 41, playing with Pedersen and Besser, so that's not too bad. Let's see, Quinn Hughes, that's who I want to see. 32 points, not too bad. That's a new career high for him. So he's just gotten better and better so far. The first 2 seasons of his career, although he was -9 this year, which is kind of worrisome. Almost all of our D-men put up 20 points. Almost everybody on our team put up 20 points or more. So that's a pretty good team, although we do have a lot of minus players. We've got, we've only got 4 players that are positives and 1 that's even. The rest of the skaters are all negatives. Well, that's not nice. That's really not nice, EA. Demko did eventually get better stats. He had 33 wins for us this season. He had a much better record than Markstrom did. So maybe Demko will be the for sure goalie for us of the future, which obviously is what we are hoping for. Especially since he's already grown 2 overall this season. So really, in the past season, he's grown about 6 overall, which really you can't complain about. Carter Hart led the league in wins. 47 wins from Carter Hart. Wow. And let's check out stats. Ben Bishop will probably win the Vezina this season with a .920 save percentage and a 2.53 GAA. Obviously, Dallas was a pretty damn good team this year. Rookie skaters, let's see him. Alex Nylander led the league in points. Damn, that's not a great rookie class by the looks of things. There's a lot of players that have been drafted years ago, or some like years ago, like Nylander and Svechnikov in there, or only a few years ago, like Fermenton and Holtz. Obviously, he played pretty well so far first season. I wonder where he was playing in the lineup with LA. He did pretty good though. All right, let's go take a look at skaters. Who led the league in points? Alex Ovechkin, although he is tied with Leon Draisaitl for 104 points. Man, Draisaitl and Ovechkin really like tying each other. Obviously, if you look at their stats last season in real life, 51 goals from Ovi, and I believe it was 50 from Draisaitl. They were super, super close. Yeah, 50 from Drat, although they were tied for quite a bit at 50, I believe. Marner, the only other player to hit 100 points this season with 101. First time he breaks 30 goals in his career. That's nice to see as a Leaf fan. Saga, 99, 1 shy of 100. Malkin, McDavid, 2 shy of 100. Pretty damn good players up at the top. 56 goals for Ovi, led the league. Anders Lee came 3rd in goals. Wow, that's crazy. Let's check out defensemen who led the way. Whoa. Wow. Okay, let's just go back to skaters real quick. Erik Karlsson finished 7th in the league in points. Wow. Oh my God. Erik Karlsson is an animal. Oh my Lord. 22 goals as a defenseman and 74 assists. Obviously, by far, career high for him. Absolutely unreal. 96 points by a defenseman. That is insane. Wow. Okay, wow. Jesus Christ. Whew. Let's take a look at the playoff tree. We've got Minnesota versus Winnipeg. We've got us versus Dallas. We are obviously playing the best team in the Central. We've got the Ducks versus the Oilers, the Knights versus the Sharks in the first round again. Would love to see that again. We got in the East the Flyers versus the Rangers, which could set up for a battle of Pennsylvania in the semis. Then we've got Florida and Toronto, and Boston Columbus, which could set up for Boston and Toronto again. As a Leafs fan, you don't want to see that. All right, guys, 25 minutes into this episode, let's get the playoffs started. Just one sec. Right after we take a look at the lines of Dallas out of curiosity, let's see how much their team has changed. Jamie Benn on the top line with Tyler Seguin and Alex Radulov. So 84. Yeesh. Damn. Okay. That's a very good second line. They obviously got Hoffman. Um, Probably through free agency, I would assume. What's his contract? Ooh. Eek. That's a big contract. That's a very big contract. Their third line, very good third line. Radifax, Roop Hintz, and Andrew Cogliano. And their fourth line, Blake Como with Casey Cizikas and Denis Gurianov. Again, a very good fourth line. That is a... Wow, Gurianov is literally a right wing. Why is he not playing above Cogliano? What the hell? That is a very, very good forward core. Defensively, very good top pair, obviously, in Heiskanen and Klingberg. The second pair is Lindell and Alexiak, not too bad. The third pair is Honka with John. So really, defense has not changed at all. And the goaltending is Ben Bishop, who obviously had the best season for a goaltender. The backup if they need it, I guess. All right, let's get into the playoffs now, guys. Obviously, you know what our team looks like. I think we should just get right into it. After I've said that for like the 14 millionth time, let's get into this. So, game one of our first playoff appearance in this series against the Dallas Stars. We get the first shot of the series. Nice. I wonder if that'll mean anything. Let's see. All right, game number one, or period number one of game number one, Brock Besser and Mike Hoffman. So the second line's going at it there. They basically scored in the same area, too. One's mid-slot, one's high slot. So 1-1 after one. The second period now, it is 4-1 for your Vancouver Canucks. Not Jamie Benn, Jordy Benn, although he is playing against brother Jamie Benn. Makes it 2-1. Besser gets a second of the game, and about 30 seconds later, Horvat makes it a 3-goal lead for the Canucks. We're out shooting them 22-15. Let's go. Third period, we have a power play early in the period. Didn't get anything done with it, though, but it's okay. Like I said, we've got a 3-goal lead. We should be able to keep that. So hopefully we can. Power play for Dallas, although we killed that off. Not too bad, not too bad. We should confirm a dub there. Yep, there we go. Game one of the playoffs go to your Vancouver Canucks. I didn't check the 3 stars. I should have. I'm assuming Tyson Barrie would have been up there, though. I'm assuming first star was Demko, second star Besser, third star Barrie, probably. Out of curiosity, I do want to go see what Demko's stats actually were like in that game. 952 save percentage, very, very good. Obviously, he didn't face the most amount of shots in the world, but he still did pretty damn good. Nothing I can complain about there, and that's a good way to win the first game of the series, especially being in Dallas. All right, so game number 2 here. Let's go. 1-0 for Dallas. Rupe Hintz makes it 1-0. All right. Second period now. It's still 1-0 for Dallas. All right. So far, whoever has led the game going into the third has won the game. Let's see if it continues like that. Casey Cizikas with just under a minute to go, or a minute in the first, or in the third, sorry, gets a 2 goal lead for Dallas and a power play for Dallas. We also had a power play. That's a really shitty angle that Suzuka scored from. Well, that sucks. Well, that's ridiculous. Um, Not a great game from Vancouver by the looks of things. I mean, we had a lot of shots. I wonder if it was quality shots, if we just couldn't get by Bishop. Bishop with 33 saves, obviously. Demko with 30 saves and a 937 save percentage. Can't really scoff at that. That was a goaltending duel that game, really. Although we couldn't get on the board, unfortunately. All right, sim up to the next game, obviously game 3, but this time we are at the Rogers Arena, and hopefully we can feed off the energetic Vancouver Canuck fans. Obviously, you know what they can be like. Let's go, guys. First period of game number 3, 0-0. We're getting outshot, but nothing in the first. First time in this series there hasn't been a goal in the first. Second period, it is 1-1 heading into the third. Julius Honka on the power play for Dallas, and then Chris Kreider on the power play for Vancouver. Nice. Still weird to see Chris Kreider as a Canuck. I just always have imagined him as a Ranger. Interesting. Now I guess we'll get to the third. Besser with his third goal of the series. Not too bad. We now have a power play. We're getting outshot, though, as well. Another power play. Couldn't convert on either of them. Dallas gets a power play. We kill it off. So a lot of special teams in this period. We might not even get 30 shots. Well, they have 43. Jake Virtanen with an empty net power play goal, though. So Dallas was playing 5-on-5 there. Unfortunately for them, they took a penalty late in the period. So that kind of is their fault. Our 30th shot on net is a goal. Although, again, a great showing by both goaltenders. Bishop saved 28 shots, saved 27. No, saved 28. No, saved 27 shots, right? Is that what it is? 27, because there's 3 goals, but he saved 27 of the 29 he faced. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. And a phenomenal game by Thatcher Demko and Chris Kreider. Chris Kreider with 3 points. Demko had a 976 save percentage. That's what you like to see, guys. And just like that, we have a 2-1 series lead now. That was a phenomenal game. Definitely can't complain about that. Our AHL team is in the playoffs as well. We are playing the Laval Rocket. We'll take a look at that after. I'm really not worried about it, though. Let's go for game number 4 again in Vancouver. Let's see what we can do in here. First period of game 4. Ooh, a lot of goals. 3 for Dallas, though. Not what you like to see. Sagan opens up the scoring just over a minute later. Furland evened it up. But Radulov and Faxa scored a minute and 22 seconds apart from each other to give Dallas a 3-1 lead. And, you know, for how good Demko's been playing, this game was probably bound to come. Unfortunately, we outshot them heavily in that period. I don't even know if Demko will still be in the net. He let in 3 goals on 9 shots. So let's see. Second period, 4-2. Radulov on Demko gets his second of the game, and Demko is still in net. And Stetcher makes it a 2-goal game as we head into the third, down by 2. Let's see, we're outshooting them 25-21. Will that even matter, though? A power play for Vancouver. We need a score. We needed to score on that to really make it an interesting game. Again, another power play. We aren't scoring on the power play, but we are scoring on the power play. I've seen multiple PP goals. Virtanen with a minute and 36. Tyson Barrie with 38 seconds left. Oh my god. 58 seconds apart from each other. We get 2 goals to tie the game, and we're heading to overtime in game number 4. What a comeback from Vancouver. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh my god. That's awesome. That's crazy. Okay. Overtime period. The first overtime in this series. A power play from Vancouver again. Power play for Dallas. Ooh, that's scary. Power play for Vancouver. Come on. It's a long one. Oh my god, we have 43 shots. Come on. Power play for Dallas. No. Oh, thank you for killing that off. Please, yes. Elias Pettersson, his first goal of the series is a overtime winner. Oh man, actually, that's the first. That's his first. That's his first goal in the playoffs. Um, what a crazy game. That was a crazy game. Okay, that was unreal. Radulov with 3 points. Virtanen with two. He was the third star, and Pedersen with the game winner and two assists. The second star. Wow, that was a crazy, crazy game. That's unreal. Tyson Berry leading the way in points right now as we head back to the American Airlines Center with a 3-1 series lead. All right, guys. Let's see if we can close it out here. Oh man, I'm nervous. I'm nervous now. Game one or game five, period number one. It is 1-1. Elias Patterson with a second of the series, second in the last two periods of the series. And that's what I mean. Like we see, we're getting power play goals, but when we're slow simming power plays, we aren't getting any. It's really weird. Very even game though. Patterson and Hoffman obviously with the goals and shots are 7-7 so far. Interesting. All right, second period now. Ooh, another three-goal period from Dallas. Not what you like to see. Horvat gave us the lead, but a great answer by Radulov. Just 22 seconds, or sorry, 32 seconds later. Um, Radulov ties the game up, and then gets another one just 3 minutes later, and then that top line again gets their fifth goal in the past two games. Jamie Benn got that one though. Radulov has 4 goals in the past two games, man. Holy shit. Now, I don't expect us to pull off a huge comeback again this game. Obviously, we'll wait to see what happens. Anything can happen, clearly, but I really am not expecting for us to come down from two late in the third, 2 games in a row. Rupe Hintz just kind of shoved the knife in deeper there. So a 5-2 win for Dallas, and we've got a series now. 3-2 lead for us still. We head back to Vancouver, and we could move on to the next round. That top line is playing crazy. I think Radulov has 4. I think Ben and Sagan each have 1. Radulov might have 5. I don't remember. Well, I'll probably take a look at it honestly after. All right, let's go to Game 6 back at the Rogers Arena. Let's see what we can do. First period of Game 6. Can we close it out here? Worrisome. Another 3-goal period for the Dallas Stars. This time, luckily enough, it's 3-2 instead of 3-1. But again, a lot of goals in a period. Oh, wow, all those goals came in a matter of 4 minutes. Jesus. Faxa and Pavelski score first for Dallas, and Kreider and Furland, 17 seconds apart from each other. That's nice. That's good to see. And then Tyler Seguin with his second or third of the series to give them the lead, or to give Dallas the lead again. All right, second period. It's 4-2 for Soderberg. And for the third game in a row, we are heading into the third, down by 2 goals. Not what you like to see. A power play early for Dallas. Sven Berici gets one right after the power play ended. We're now on the power play. And Chris Kreider with his second goal of the game. We're still on the power play. A 5-on-3. Oh my god, that was a really, really long power play. We got one at least, thankfully, and it's a tie game. So, again, we have come back to tie up the game and force an overtime, being down 2 goals heading into the third. Okay, overtime frame. Will Dallas push a Game 7 back to Dallas, or will Vancouver move on to the second round? Power plays for both teams. None of them able to score, or neither of them able to score, though. Oh, man, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. We're coming down to the end of the first overtime. We aren't going to a second overtime, though, and Joe Pavelski, with his second of the game, forces a Game 7. Yikes. That sucks. We had a 3-1 series lead, and now we're heading back to Dallas for Game 7. Eek, that's rough. It's not at all what you wanted to see, guys. Just out of curiosity, I want to check the top 6. So Kreider was 6-6, Horvat with 5-6, Ferland with 4-6, Baertschi with only 3-6, Pettersson 6-6, Besser only 4-6. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try Brassard on that second line because Brassard clearly is unreal at making passes in this game. We'll try a third line of Gaudette, Virtanen, and Baertschi just to try it out of curiosity, I guess. Defenseman. I mean, wow, basically the only defenseman doing anything is Tyson Barrie. Nothing really I can do about that. And Demko's stats have gone down, obviously. He's been letting in a lot of goals, but I think we have to roll with Demko. No, I think it's Thatcher Demko's time. No, you know what? No, this may be a mistake, but it could also be Jacob Markstrom's last game as a Vancouver Canuck. We're going to give the start to Markstrom. The first 3 games of the series, Demko was lights out, but the past 3, he has not been the goalie we need. So we're going to give it to Jacob Markstrom. It could be a mistake, but I have faith in Markstrom that it will not be his last game as a Canuck. Or if it is, he at least gets a win. All right. Let's go, guys. Game number 7 in Dallas. Let's see what happens. First period of Game 7. 1-1. Tyler Seguin and Elias Pettersson. All right. Shots are very even. 13-13. Again, basically scoring identical spots. Interesting. Okay. Second period now. We are up 4-1. It looks like that line change might have helped Elias Pettersson. We are up 4-1 heading into the third period. Pettersson with his second of the game. Virtanen and Kreider get goals as well. We make almost a perfect triangle with where our goals were scored in that period. And there we go. We'll sim the third period now. Let's make it 5-1, Brock Besser says. Besser with his 4th goal of the series and his 4th goal of the postseason. Very, very nice. And that should be the series, guys. After choking a 3-1 series lead in Game 7, Vancouver was able to pull it out, and Jacob Markstrom made 32 saves. Yeah, that was a good game. That was a very, very good game, and we will be facing the Minnesota Wild in the second round of the playoffs, which we will be doing in the next episode. Battle of Pennsylvania in the East and Battle of Boston and Toronto again. All right, let's take a look at the point leaders really quickly. Let's take a look at our team, and I do want to take a look at Dallas as well. So Pettersson with 9-7, Barrie with 8-7, Kreider 7-7, Besser and Horvat with 6-7. So not bad, really. Who you would think to be up there? Brassard only actually had 1 assist that game, but still, I don't know. I guess that might have helped. That might have helped out that line. Goaltending. Obviously, I am very conflicted as to who to use for the second round now. Do we use Thatcher Demko? Can he redeem himself in the second, or do we keep giving the starts to Markstrom, or at least the Game 1 of the series because of how good he played in Game 7? Please let me know what you guys think we should do. Honestly, I'm very torn to choose between the two. I don't know yet. And Ben Bishop did not have as good of a postseason as he did the regular season. He did have some good games as well, though, 100%. I do want to see their top line. I just want to see how many goals Radulov, Seguin, and Ben scored. They scored 8 in the 7 games Although I'm pretty sure it was 6 in the first, like, 4, so... wow, Radulov's shooting percentage right now, what the hell, 23.5. Jesus. Out of curiosity, just because why not check who's leading the way in points right now for the postseason. McDavid with 5 games played, 11 points. Barkov, Kane, Radulov, Pedersen, and Zucker all tied with 9 in 7, except for Zucker, who has 9 in 6. Out of curiosity, let's check the goaltender leaders. Looks to be Matt Murray. Matt Murray has the best save percentage. Yeah, he's playing very, very well. Crawford, where is he? Crawford's in Edmonton. Nice. Dubnyk is playing very well as well, who obviously we are playing against in this next round. All right, this has been a 45-minute episode. If anybody even watches this, thank you. I'm sorry, this was not meant to be this long. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.